Okay, hello there again, YouTube. Today I'm going to be showing you how to take apart the Xbox 360 controller and without using the Torx T8 security screwdriver. This is just a regular, not Phillips, but just a regular screwdriver, and I'll show you exactly what to do. Okay, so what you're going to do, my mic's up here, so I'm going to be a little bit close to the camera. But what you're gonna do is, obviously, you're gonna take off the battery pack first. There's gonna be a sticker here, right in here, whenever you first get the controller and stuff, and you open it. It's just a warranty void. If you just bought the controller brand new, I wouldn't rip through it yet. I'd wait for the warranty to end. But if it's already like voided, then just take it off, whatever. So what you're gonna do, I already have my screw out, but you're just gonna take this screw out, rip through there. Oh, hang on, first, to get that out, there's Torx security screws. What they are, is the only thing that's different about them from a regular star, or, like I'm using a screwdriver, is there's a little dot in the center of it. So what I do is I take a drill bit and just draw out the center of it. It's real easy and it doesn't make the controller, doesn't strip this at all. You're fine. So what you can see I did on this one is I changed the triggers out, and this is also my other mod that I showed you on my other video. Got the red and amber LEDs in it. So I'll show you how to take apart the controller now. So what you're going to do is after you stripped all the screws, I already took this one out, I showed you that earlier. I'm just going to take the screws out. Taking them out right here. There's one here, one here, one here, one here, and then one here. So hang on a second here. Let me go off the camera for a little bit here. Just take all these out. Do it real quick for you. And then I'll show you exactly what to do after you do that. Taking apart these controllers is actually pretty easy. You just gotta know what to do. Like, it wasn't really that hard for me. I just thought common sense, you strip out that little hole there, and it's obviously gonna just come right out. No problem. I didn't have any problems when I was doing mine, so you shouldn't have any either. Um, One other thing that I did was that center screw there, I didn't put back in because it doesn't hold anything in place, and it's just a pain because whenever you want to go open your controller again, it's hard to like get it out. So, okay, well, I got all the screws out, nothing in there. So what you're gonna do to get this out, I'll show you from this angle. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm a little bit far away from the mic. The mic's up here. So what you're gonna do is these little triggers here, just gonna push them down. I'll show you on the camera what you're gonna do. Okay, you're gonna want to hold it against you. Oh, hang on, forgot to take out one screw. Thought I was missing one. Hang on a second here. There we go. Make sure you get all the screws because you don't want the uh, casing or shell, as people call it, to get messed up. You don't want to crack that, and sometimes some of these screws are connected directly to the board, so you want to be as careful as possible. Okay, so now what you're going to do is just push down on these triggers and pull up on this little tab here. Real nice and easy. Just split it. Once you split that, then just pull the rest of the controller off. Okay, so now you're going to want to do it from the back because the front, all these buttons and stuff fall out, so you're going to want to be careful. Another good suggestion would be to put tape over top of these buttons here. So all these ones. Now this will come off, these bumpers and stuff, and the back here will come off too. So here we go. Now I got this separated, so I'll show you how to take out the chip, or the board. You're just gonna take it from the top here, just this little top here, and then pull up. Easy as that. Slides right out, nice and easy. Um, so now you're separate. You don't want to mess with anything with this thing, so just set it down right now. Okay, so what you're gonna have whenever you do, if you do mod these LEDs, I have another video I'll put up. I'm gonna be doing a couple of my friends and stuff. As you can see, they're extremely tiny. That's like right there. I'll compare one to like, I don't even know what I can compare it to. You know what? I'll compare one to those screws that I took out of the controller in a little bit here. Okay, so there's the LED, very, very tiny there. It's a little bump here. And yes, I did mod these ones, so. But if you're going to mod the controller, the LEDs, these nubs here, just slide right off. Just pull them off, nice and easy. That way you don't burn them, nothing happens to them, and this it won't affect anything on the joysticks. And whenever you're done, I'm going to show you how to put the controller back together now, an easy way. Just put these back on there, and if you have any problems where they slip or anything, just put a little bit of hot glue, and you'll be fine. Okay, so hang on, I'm going to this thing here, this piece. All of these buttons, this is what you're going to need to start the controller up, or you can use a screwdriver. But all these buttons, if you look, all these buttons push out, so you want to be really careful. And I just like to set this right on top of here and keep this in place. Just flip the controller upside down. Then you got your D-pad here, and an easy way to put this back together is just doing the exact opposite. Just gonna lay this down in here, real nice and easy. Make sure the thumbsticks line up right. So there you go now. The board's in there. Also another thing is, whenever you're doing the solder and stuff, some controllers have this thing on the front. If you hit this, it can destroy the entire controller. So make sure that you don't hit the soldering iron on that or go through the board or anything, because you could hit any one of these little pieces here. And if you're not that great of a solderer, then I would highly recommend you learn how to solder on different things first. Because if you rip one of these little tiny focal points out of here, you have to put new solder on and line it up right with it. It's actually pretty hard to do. So, okay, so now put in the back these little springs here, which is what connects to the controller. Just gonna want to slide this thing. There's little tiny lines. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, there you go. See those lines there in the controller? Right there. Just these two lines. You're gonna slide this right on top, and then pull the triggers down, and that will just slide right into place, and you'll hear it click. So now what you're doing is just sliding all these screws in, and after you get all the screws back in, and order the lights and all that, you'll be fine. I'm just gonna start putting these screws back in. I'm gonna leave one to show you how tiny the LEDs are. A lot of people order these off eBay, the LEDs. They're real cheap to get, not too much, not that expensive. I think there's 50 of them for like 12 bucks. But like I said, if you're not good at soldering, highly recommend you don't do it, because you can and probably will burn your board out. My first controller that I did, I burnt the entire circuit board out. Didn't end up too well, so. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put this down now. Put the battery pack back in, because I don't have that last little screw. I like to keep them out. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly what these little LEDs are. Okay, so here's the casing that they come in. This one is orange. You can see that. It's not too great of a quality. Sorry about that, but okay, so on the back here, that little thing in there is the LED. So you can see from the front, I'll put it right up to the camera, these little things in the package here are the LEDs. So here's just a little tiny screw. Compare it to that little tiny LED there, it is extremely small. It's smaller than this screw, and the screw is tiny. You'll get it from back here. So, yeah, keep my LEDs in a little plastic baggie. They come in all different colors. I got blue, amber, red, and a couple of other ones. Another thing that you might want to do, it's what pros do with their controllers, is they take the vibrators out. They're really easy. You'll see the end of this. Hang on, let me put this controller down. The end of this clip here, just pull, looks like that. You just pull this directly out of the little slot that it was in. Real nice and easy. It's just something that I like to do. I did it to all my controllers. If you look, I have tons of the little tiny LEDs and stuff. Sorry if you hear dogs in the background. I show you, like, you can hear me picking them all up. Here's just some of them. There's a whole bunch of vibrators. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be making one that does have all that, like, showing you how to put the LEDs and stuff in. Okay, well, bye.